Yeah, so like I was saying before, the video cut because it had a maximum of recording time, so sorry about that. But you have to do what it is you have to do even when nobody is looking, right? So as I was saying before, this year I had to work on myself a lot. And when I say self, I don't mean my self-image. Self-image and self are pretty much two different things. Your self-image, that's the part of you that acts based on what society thinks, what people think, right? Um, when you're talking about self-image, things like low self-esteem can exist, negative self-images can exist. When you're talking about self, you can have many self-images, but you can only really have one self. And yourself is your soul, and yourself is more like the spiritual part of you, and that's the part of you that believes that anything is possible. There's no place for jealousy, covetousness. There's no low self-confidence, because you believe that if you set your mind to a task and you put your all into it, you can do it, you can achieve it, right? But at the same time, your self is humble, because self realizes that other people have self, so other people can achieve these things too. So all of these are things I had to work on this year, so I could be a better person and be better at my approach to competitions. And a large part of my mental preparation, I would say, for getting ready for my shows this year was spiritual, and trying to establish a better connection with God, and understanding the right way for me to approach life and approach my dreams and things that I really want to do with my life. And having faith is one of the parts of my Christianity that I would say that I'm working on. It's a lot better, but sometimes having faith could be a little difficult, because sometimes when you're trying to exercise having faith, that everything will happen the right way. You will get to your shows, you will be in good shape. Lots of things happen that can cause your faith to be weakened. Like some mornings you can get up. Like some mornings I get up and like how I look now, like I can see like little veins and stuff in my arms, and but then there's some days that I wake and I don't see that, depending on how my carbs are. So some days you wake up, your body not looking like you getting ready for a show at all. And then that could be discouraging in the past. When that happened, sometimes I might go off my meal plan a little bit, eat some extra rice, potatoes and stuff like that. And that's a big deal. It might seem like nothing, but when you're on a real like low carb cycling program, you can't just go and pick up carbs when you feel like and eat them. It would throw off the whole fat loss process, right? So this year, I didn't do any of that. Every time I got to a point where I didn't see what I wanted to see, I just stopped looking at my body for a little bit and just stop looking at my body a little bit. Yeah, so like I was saying, sometimes I would just stop looking at my body for a little bit and just focus on getting in my meals, my water and everything. I mean, for the time that I was prepping, so much things happened. It was 6 weeks out from the show. I had a sponsor for my suit. The sponsor wasn't able to sponsor me the suit anymore. I had to look for somebody to sponsor the suit. I mean, I only have 3 clients, so the money that I get from my clients, I usually spend it all in food and supplements. I don't have a supplement sponsor either. I didn't try to get one. I have tried, but I wasn't successful. And I really can't be vexed with people that don't sponsor me so much, because really and truly, you only really want to sponsor top pros. I'm just a normal professional athlete. I haven't made top 3 yet, so I'm not a top pro. I haven't won any pro shows. So I can't get vexed with somebody who doesn't sponsor me. But for the time I was getting ready for this show, it's been endless hassles and lots of disappointments. I had a sponsor for the suit. They couldn't do it anymore. I had to look for a different person. 4 weeks out from the show, the person that was supposed to sponsor the play and fair, he just, I don't know, he just When it was time to book the plane fare, he just stopped responding to me. He didn't say he can't do it, he can't pay for the whole thing. He just stopped responding. So 4 weeks out from the show, I was training for the show, and I didn't have the money to go and do the show, and or nothing, pay for accommodations, nothing. I didn't see how I was getting to this show. I couldn't tell my coach nothing, so sometimes I would come to my training and he would be like, Nicole, what's going on? I don't like it today. And all I could say is, nothing, but it's just that I ain't got the money for these things. Everybody just can't say no to me, but God is good, and really and truly you should have faith. So I keep going anyway. And as I kept going, somebody will send me a sponsorship here and there, and thank God now I can say everything is booked. So I feel good about that. So I'm going to cut off right now because I only have a limited time left on the video. So now I'm going to show you some of my training this week. And we'll talk again next week when I'm 1 week away from my show. Alright, later guys.